Hello everyone, happy Thursday before Thanksgiving. I am Don Rolfe, the owner and founder of Northwest Legal Planning, and I'm jumping on here today to talk to you about some things that a trust won't do for you. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I've been closing some old files back from when I was a litigator, and I ran across a file that was really my first brush with a revocable living trust. And the client, I'm not going to give you their real name, we'll just call them Sally. Sally had put together her own revocable living trust, a beast that I had really no experience with other than taking my trust and estates class in law school. I was a litigator. I litigated contract disputes and represented contractors and homeowners in disputes over buildings and construction defects and non-payment to subs and generals and owners feeling they didn't have to pay it. That's the kind of world that I lived in, and this one was collection on a note of some sort for building a house, I believe. And what Sally had done was created her own revocable living trust, and she was trying to defend this lawsuit from the bank or the creditor, saying that she was basically saying, I don't have to pay because nothing is in my name. I'm judgment proof. I believe when I got involved, the judgment had already been entered against her, and I was just trying to negotiate payment of that judgment amount. But her assertion was that, hey, I'd put everything in my trust and you can't collect against me. I'm judgment proof. And that was my first experience with a revocable living trust. I spent several hours doing research, reading about trusts, learning about estate plans, learning about revocable trusts, specifically in Arizona, how they worked, whether they provided asset protection. And unfortunately for Sally, what it all boiled down to is, she had a self-settled revocable grantor trust that just absolutely did not provide any asset protection as she believed it had. And I was the bearer of bad news for my client to let her know that, hey, this is going to get pierced by the court. They're going to come in and they're going to collect against you. They could take, bank accounts that you have. They could, garnish those. They could do writs of execution. And a writ of execution against a debtor does not mean to kill them. There's no guillotines involved. There's no electric chair. A writ of execution is basically to seize order the sheriff to seize property and sell it at auction to pay off the judgment. So they're going to do writs of execution against your vehicles, against your house that you own outright but is in your trust's name. So it was a big lesson for the client, for Sally. It was a lesson for me, introduced me to a whole new world. This was probably about 6 or 7 years before I got involved with estate planning, before I got tired of litigating. And but when I got to estate planning, I understood that these revocable trusts do not provide asset protection. So I just kind of wanted to get on here and tell this story because I ran across this file as I was getting rid of old papers, and wanted to tell you about my first experience as an attorney with a revocable living trust, and then also kind of a cautionary tale of, hey, don't think that just because you've created this trust that it's going to protect your assets from creditors and predators and all of those sorts of things. If you have questions about this, do feel free to reach out to me. You can schedule a complimentary half-hour consultation with me by going to myestateplanmeeting.com. We can talk on the phone or in person. I love meeting people in person. I just think it allows us to get to that other level and really make sure that I am understanding what you're asking me and that I'm giving you the correct information. Again, the moral of the story here is that a self-settled grantor trust, revocable trust, does not provide you any asset protection against a judgment. Don't think that it does. That's pretty much it. Again, if you want to reach out to me, feel free to do so. myestateplanmeeting.com. Schedule a free consultation. If you like this information, hit the like button. If you think someone that may like this information or may find it helpful, share it with them or share it with the public in general. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, again, I am Don Rolfe. And until next time, take care, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.